Hey guys, welcome back. Thrifty in OKC. If you are just joining me for the first time, I am a part-time reseller and avid thrift store shopper who lives in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I even still have my seatbelt on. I could take that off because I'm not driving. I do not want y'all to think I am driving. I just was kind of stewing and I thought that I would make a quick little video and share with y'all. And I'm interested to see in the comments if anybody agrees with me on any of these things, that I think that I am gonna stop selling on eBay. Now, when I say that, full disclosure, I don't mean everything, because there are some things that I cannot sell on Etsy and I cannot sell on Poshmark. So those are the other two platforms that I sell on. If you haven't, if you're new and just watching for the first time, like plush, things like that maybe are not vintage, but they're not Poshmark friendly yet either. Toys, stuff like that. So I'd still do some eBay auctions, but currently I have a store and I think I'm gonna dismantle that. And so I thought I would share with you guys kind of what my thought process was and see if maybe anybody else out there is feeling the same thing. So I sell currently Poshmark, eBay, Etsy. And by far, eBay is my most challenging. If you follow me and have watched my what sold videos, you know I don't make a ton on there. And I think a lot of that has to do with the platform itself and the requirements of the platform. So one of the number one things that is really causing me to rethink my strategy is the jewelry listings on there. They have things called item specifics, and they have gone from like 7 to like 25, and a lot of them are not even applicable. So I may be listing a sterling silver bracelet and it's asking me what the diamond carat weight is, and there's not even a diamond in the bracelet. So it takes me twice as long to list on there. And if you resell part-time, you know time is definitely a factor in what you're doing, right? Because you are limited. I work a full-time job. I am a mom to an elementary school kiddo who's involved in outside activities. Like, I gotta move as fast as I can to get my bang for my buck. It's also why I try not to list a lot of items where I just make a few dollars profit. Well, I also have to maximize the time that I have. And so trying to list jewelry, which I do list quite a bit of. Again, if you follow me, you've seen I do a lot of haul videos on jewelry. It's just gotten to be really cumbersome on eBay, and I don't have the time to put all those things in for specifics or research some of the things and honestly, I don't know a lot of it, right? I'm not a jeweler, so I don't know. So that's one of the reasons. Another one that kind of goes around the time piece of it is I feel like eBay, you really have to work it every day. Now, Poshmark, I know you have to share your closet every day, but I might not list something on Poshmark for 2 or 3 days and I'll still get sales. So I maybe didn't list anything yesterday, I haven't listed anything today. I've still had 3 sales because I've shared my closet, I sent out offers. On eBay, if you ain't listing, you ain't selling, I promise you. It is just constant, something that you have to keep up with, or you're gonna fall really far down in the search for them. On their search engine, which I think is still called Cassini. It might have changed, and maybe I don't know that, but it used to be called Cassini. And then they've also started doing where you kind of have to pay to promote everything. So in order to be competitive, you have to pay to promote your listings. And that's just, you're adding fees and adding fees and adding fees onto fees that are already high. And so I'm thinking, not loving that. And so then the third reason, that was the second reason back there, but the third reason that I'm not loving eBay is I feel like the clientele there is not as, I have more issues there than I do on either of the other platforms. Etsy, I hardly ever have any. Now, of course, I'm selling vintage, so people aren't thinking they're gonna get new items and they like scour it with a fine tooth comb, right? They know probably something that's 50, 60 years old is gonna maybe have a little bit of damage, right? And Poshmark, even knock on wood, I really just don't have a lot of issues with stuff there. But eBay, it seems like I get a lot of requests for returns. They're not super seller friendly. So they really try to protect the buyer at all costs, which is awesome if you're a buyer. But if you are a seller, a lot of times you kind of get the shaft. And I don't love that. Obviously, I don't know who would, who's the seller. And I feel like now that they have offers in place, you You think you get low ball offers on Poshmark? I get low ball offers on eBay all the time. I counter just like I do on Poshmark. I would say probably a good 50% of the time on Poshmark, we can come to an agreement in price and I still sell the item. Almost 90% of the time on eBay, if I counter, they ghost me. I don't hear anything else. And so I feel like it's not the best use of my time right now. Now, that's not to say somewhere down the line things might change up for them. I know there have been a lot of complaints on a lot of the boards that I'm on, and a lot of people who are jumping eBay ship in favor of some of these other platforms, even Mercari and Depop and stuff like that. So they may have to make some changes if they want to keep sellers around. But I do also know there are a lot of people who have started selling on eBay who did not in the past. With the economy and people out of work, I think Poshmark and eBay for sure are the two most prominent and most well-known reselling areas. And so when people, or platforms, I guess, when people think, oh, I'm going to be a reseller, I'm going to start being a reseller, they're looking at those two more than anywhere else. So it's a lot more competitive. But eBay, I think, is the same. You know, I think that is the mecca. eBay is the mecca. And unfortunately for me, it's just not working. And I know that it does for some people. And if I were full-time and maybe could list several items a day, it would be great. But right now, it's just not fitting in my business model. So I think I'm going to rethink things. I'm going to shut the actual store down. I'm going to move. I have a lot of vintage jewelry on there. I'm going to go ahead and move that over to Etsy. And then the clothing that I have that isn't vintage, I'll move to Poshmark. And then I'll kind of have to evaluate with the stuff that I have, like the toys. And I haven't researched, I don't think Poshmark has changed that where you're supposed to be allowed to sell toys on there, but I'll double check and make sure. And if not, maybe those go on Facebook Marketplace for local pickup or something like that. But for now, I'm gonna, call it a day on eBay for a little while anyway. So if you have any comments on that, or you've been thinking the same thing, or you're like, oh my gosh, I love eBay, it's my top platform, it's the best thing ever, please leave your comments down below. I'm really interested to hear if other people are struggling, or if maybe I'm just not doing it right? I don't know. I'm happy for any tips. Throw them out. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I typically do haul videos and I do what sold videos, but like I said, I just thought for some reason today I was kind of in a snit, and so I thought I'm gonna share my snit with everybody out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back hopefully soon with the what sold video. That's it. Have a great week. See you next time. Bye.